The year 1993 saw the release of Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, a novel that, like a perfectly preserved mosquito encased in amber, captured a moment in the intersection of science, popular culture, and anxieties about technological hubris. While often viewed through the lens of cinematic adaptation, a deeper examination reveals a work of significant intellectual ambition, one that skillfully navigated the complex terrain of scientific ethics, the potential for unintended consequences, and the allure, danger, of unchecked scientific advancement. To fully appreciate Crichton's contribution, we must begin with the intellectual landscape that preceded Jurassic Park, a landscape already populated by anxieties surrounding genetic engineering and the accelerating pace of scientific discovery. The late 20th century was a period of unparalleled scientific progress. The rapid advancements in biotechnology and genetic engineering were creating both immense opportunities and anxieties. The discovery of the structure of deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA, by Watson and Crick in 1953, a feat that required understanding the physical structure of the molecule, and the subsequent explosion of molecular biology, fundamentally altered our understanding of life. Coupled with this was the burgeoning field of computer science, whose capacity to model complex systems was rapidly expanding, enabling the manipulation of biological information in ways previously unimaginable. This convergence created an environment ripe for both scientific breakthroughs and ethical qualms. Crichton, a Harvard Medical School graduate, possessed a unique insider's perspective on these developments, which he leveraged to great effect in his fiction. He was fluent in the language of scientific inquiry, the intricacies of laboratory procedures, the potential of these sciences, of the ethical implications as well. This awareness is evident in the novel's meticulous detail, its careful consideration of scientific plausibility, and its exploration of the potential for scientific overreach. Jurassic Park itself operates on several intertwined levels. At its core is a thriller that utilizes the narrative conventions of science fiction, filled with dramatic tension and the omnipresent threat of the unexpected. However, beneath the narrative surface, Crichton grapples with profound scientific and philosophical questions. The central premise, the recreation of dinosaurs through genetic engineering, serves to explore themes of control, responsibility, and the limits of human knowledge. The novel painstakingly lays out its scientific foundations. The exposition begins with the seemingly innocuous premise of extracting DNA from insects preserved in amber, a process Crichton grounds, albeit tenuously, in existing scientific research. The process of DNA extraction, cloning, and the filling of the genetic gaps with frog DNA is detailed, albeit with liberties to the scientific processes. This framework creates a believable, albeit heightened, environment, allowing him to explore the ramifications of the scientific foundation. The genetic engineering is the engine driving the narrative. For instance, the concept of codon usage becomes imperative when they need to patch together gaps in the dinosaur's DNA with amphibian material, as well as providing a basis for other scientific inquiries. The use of the chaos theory is another key element. The exploration of what happens when seemingly small actions can have enormous, unpredictable impacts is well presented in the novel. The deterministic chaos, where complex systems exhibit sensitive dependence on their initial conditions, becomes clear. This, of course, is a nod to the implications with the dinosaurs being created. The dinosaurs, a product of complex systems, exhibit unpredictable behavior. The scientists involved can't truly control the dinosaurs. The incorporation of chaos theory allows Crichton to examine the intricate interplay between order and disorder in a natural system. A core theme of the novel, the direct applications of these concepts within the Jurassic Park narrative are multifaceted. The immediate impact of the scientific advancements described in the novel is, of course, the very existence of the dinosaurs themselves. The creation of the park, intended as a spectacle of scientific achievement and a testament to human ingenuity, quickly becomes a demonstration of the fragility of control over nature. The characters are initially seduced by the promise of control over life itself, but they learn that the very act of recreating these creatures introduces unforeseen consequences. The application of genetic engineering allows for the recreation of the dinosaurs. The application of chaos theory is that the scientists, despite a rigorous system, cannot fully contain the results. This has far-reaching implications. The subsequent use and evolution of the concepts explored within Jurassic Park can be traced through various domains. The scientific community, influenced by the novel and its surrounding discourse, finds itself continually revisiting ethical debates surrounding genetic engineering. The novel, for example, serves as a vivid illustration of the potential dangers of manipulating complex ecosystems. The debates that occur in the novel directly reflect the public conversation surrounding biotechnology and its role in society. Jurassic Park continues to resonate with audiences, prompting a deeper understanding of scientific achievements, the public perception of the science, and the ethical responsibilities of scientists. The enduring legacy of the novel lies in its ability to spark conversations about the ethical and societal implications of scientific discoveries. The reception of Jurassic Park was a phenomenon in itself. The novel became an immediate bestseller, attracting both popular acclaim and critical discussion. The novel drew both praise for its scientific accuracy, the detail Crichton provided with the science, and its gripping narrative, along with criticisms regarding certain scientific liberties. This debate reflects the impact the novel had in the public sphere, with the subject of scientific ethics and the role of science in our society becoming the key points of discussion. The popular adaptation of the novel, the movie, did in fact accelerate the public's discussion of the novel. Crichton's work directly influenced other writers and filmmakers. The themes of genetic manipulation, technological hubris, and the clash between science and nature, all present in the novel, have since become staples of science fiction and thriller genres. He also influenced the public's view of science. He prompted a discussion regarding the responsible use of scientific advancements. The novel itself is a reaction to the scientific discoveries of its generation, and it has now become one of the most prominent works in the field. The intellectual lineage that informs Jurassic Park is extensive and multifaceted. Crichton's work can be seen as a response and, at times, a critique of the scientific optimism that prevailed in the latter half of the 20th century, an era that saw the embrace of technological solutions to a wide range of problems. Work such as Rachel Carson's Silent Spring, which alerted the public to the dangers of pesticides, and the environmental movement, as a whole, fostered a growing awareness of the unintended consequences of technological advancements. This burgeoning environmental consciousness likely influenced Crichton's exploration of the fragility of ecosystems. The novel also draws inspiration from the scientific breakthroughs of the time, including the cloning of Dolly the sheep in 1996, which further propelled public discussion regarding the ethical considerations of genetic engineering. The primary influence on the novel, both thematically and scientifically, can be seen in the works and ideas concerning chaos theory. Theoretical work by scientists such as James Gleick in Chaos Making a New Science provided a critical framework for understanding complex systems and the inherent unpredictability of natural phenomena. Crichton, with this in mind, incorporated the tenets of chaos theory into the narrative, particularly in the descriptions of the park's security systems and the unpredictable behavior of the dinosaurs. This infusion of scientific ideas with dramatic storytelling separates the novel from other science fiction. Jurassic Park remains a significant cultural artifact, a novel that, while using the conventions of science fiction and thriller genres, tackles profound questions about science, ethics, and the human condition. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to entertain, to challenge, and to prompt reflection on the complex relationship between humanity and the natural world. It is a testament to Crichton's ability to translate complex scientific ideas into a compelling narrative, and to simultaneously entertain and inform the readers. The success of Jurassic Park lies in its ability to combine scientific rigor with accessible storytelling. It is therefore a work that warrants continued examination and reflection by scholars, scientists, and anyone interested in the intersections of science, society, and the future.